Hello and welcome to AP Environmental Science with Ms. Fincham. This is just a brief overview of Canvas and how to find things within this course that's just a little bit different than possibly your other courses. On the main page here, everything is the same whether you're in period 10 or period 11. Your to-do list is going to be found over on the right-hand side, and it will have when your next thing is due. As you can see, so far we've had the syllabus get signed, the lab safety contract signed, and then we took a lab safety quiz that everyone will need to take. Down at the bottom are some things that are hot linked. The first one is just the syllabus, where it will have all the information about the course, including when to take the test, the policies, how we do lab. And if you've looked further through on the second page of the syllabus, it gives an overview of the APES curriculum, including the big idea, the science practices, and these are listed straight out of the curriculum educational design, the required laws and treaties, which we will work on a little bit next week, the task verbs that we will be using in our free response questions, as well as all 99 of the topics that make up this course, as well as the units that they are in. We are starting with 3 sections out of Unit 5 and all of Unit 4, which makes up our classroom Unit 1, and then we'll move through the living world, ecosystems, biodiversity, into populations and land and water use this first semester and finish those up. And then next semester we'll start with Unit 6 with energy resources and consumption, atmospheric, aquatic, and terrestrial pollution, and we will be talking about global change the entire year. And then you have the form that you need to have signed by you and your parents, and make sure that you have that uploaded as part of your responsibilities in this class. The second one is your unit assignments. This is going to be where you go each unit to find the assignments for that unit. So we are currently in Unit 1. You will see that we will have some bell ringers starting soon. You'll have your notes that will be linked here, and at the top of your notes tells you when those individual notes will be turned in. You have the APES syllabus assignment, the lab safety contract, and the quiz that we took. And then I'll have the laws and legislation assignment linked here shortly. Notice there's some blank space because we definitely have more assignments to put in here, and the assignments are going to go in order of their due date going down. And this over here on the right hand side gives you the due date and what time it's due by. I will say in class everything's due by midnight. However, it does not allow us to set a midnight due date. It does make us set an 11:59 due date. So keep that in mind as you're turning things in. Down here will be some more information that I will include that will just help supplement anything that you would put in your binder. And then there will be some various videos that are called unit supplements that if you would like to go watch those to help you better understand a topic, they're there for your use. They are not required viewing. I understand everybody comes into this with a different science and math background, and there may be some things that you're like, ooh, I remember that from another course that I took, and there may be some things that you're like, I've never heard of that before, and the 40 minutes that we spent on it in class was not enough time for me to spend with the information. So this is where I will put additional information for you to look at. So that is how those work. Your notes will look exactly like the unit assignments, only it's going to have, it'll start with each section. You'll click on the section and it'll take you to a page that has the video for the notes, as well as another copy if you need to print out a copy of those particular notes. You will also notice over here on the side we have the Macmillan Learning. I cannot get to it under student view, so let me leave here because it is working. Yours will look a little bit different. You don't have as many things because this is the teacher version so that I can see and do different things. You're going to click on Achieve. Last year, if you used anything from BFW, it said Sapling. They changed to Achieve, which so far, yes, is a much better layout of resources. So when you click Achieve, it's going to load stuff into a new tab. And like I said, we'll be doing a few things out of Unit 5. And when you're looking for those reading sources, if you keep clicking in until you find the module number, which for the first for 5.1 is module 24, it will take you straight to the ebook, and it has arrows down at the bottom, and you just click through the different sections of the ebook, and then you can scroll up and down to read what each section is about. Often you'll see the maps or different diagrams that we have in our textbook as part of our notes. So anytime you see those in our notes, you might want to go back and look in the book, because that will be information that is very, very important to the course and things that and concepts that we're trying to explain. So there will be times where I will assign different questions in here for you to do. Understand those are questions to help you practice at an AP level so that you have a better chance, A, on the unit exam that we're going to take here in a few weeks, as well as on the APES college, or the AP tests for APES at the end of the semester, or at the end of next semester in May. And then as we get closer to the test, there will be some review materials put in there. AP test information. This is what, anytime you hear me refer to the CED, this is the course and exam description. This is exactly what the course is about. Okay, and there's a lot of information here. It is many pages to scroll through. I have the entire book in print form. You guys get a lovely digital copy of it. But again, here you see the science practices. And then it goes into the course content, talking about how, and we'll be talking about this week, how the exam is weighted per section. And then it also has where big ideas are focused on in different units. This chart here shows you they have the science practices labeled by color as well as the big idea. So you will see next to each section the big ideas at the top. The science practice that we'll be using is also listed there by color. And then it goes into the unit guides and explains how the unit guides work. And then each unit guide gives you the suggested skills for each one of the different topics. So if you ever wanted, if you're ever like, what is just the information I need to know? This is the information you need to know. Think of this as this is a list of the facts, but it won't give you that explain or deeper connection with the material. It will just give you this is the bare minimum that you need to know, but it won't get you a 3 on the test. Okay, so you have access to that. There will be some more resources down here, and then you'll notice this week that we will be using some Google Slides. So as we go through what are called case studies, the Google Slides will be kept in this part of the world, or of our, I guess, of our world. So that's just a brief overview of Canvas and how it works. Make sure that you're keeping up with the work in here. There is a 10% penalty for turning things in late throughout, and it's 10% per day until you hit that 50% mark. So make sure that you're keeping up with work. If you get to where you feel like you are just so far behind and you don't know what to do, please come talk to me. I know that AP classes can sometimes be overwhelming. I'm very confident that you are going to feel the full brunt of this course in the next 2 weeks as we go through a lot of material in a very short amount of time. You have to be prepared with your notes before you get to class. That will help you as we go through stuff in class and being able to make connections and being able to have discussions with those at your table. If you need anything, please send me an email.